The return of the Chewbacca. From a galaxy far, far away, bounty hunters heard of the whereabouts of the Chewbacca. There would be a sum paid for killing or capturing the animal. Bounty hunters traveled from far and wide to planet Earth in search of the mysterious beast. Unsuccessful at capturing the Chewbacca, the bounty hunters scoured the area for any signs of life.
The Chewbacca was running down south, escaping from the bounty hunters.
The Chewbacca was captured on film, heading south in the Alpine
Oh my god,
Zone.
what's that? Holy crap! Is it Chewbacca? Oh, and he's gone. What was that? Oh my god, that was crazy.
I was on a journey. The alpine grasses were brushing low against my thighs. I looked yonder, and I saw a shape of a man. I called out to him, and he never looked back, he kept running. I tracked him for days.
Chewbacca, where are you?
Ah, fuck! It's electric!
Chewbacca, come back here! Come back here! Come back here!
Chewbacca was heading south. And that was the last I saw of him.
Was nice?
Yeah, it made me feel really good.
Other parties were also interested in the tracking of the Chewbacca. However, they sought the commercial gains of exploiting and showcasing the Wookiee. Many attempted to follow the Chewbacca deep into the mountains, looking below shrubs for any signs of him, but no one could find him. Chewbacca stowed away on a boat headed to New Zealand's subantarctic islands, into a climate he was unaccustomed to, stealing clothing for extra warmth. He jumped aboard and swam to the island where he frolicked in the tussock grasses. Chewbacca nested among the mega herbs and learned to hunt, replicating the killing techniques of the local wildlife, which included many reptiles known to grace the earth. These reptiles took a liking to Chewbacca. However, Chewbacca felt isolated and lonely, with nights becoming longer and hunger for the mainland anthropogenic food sources growing stronger. The Chewbacca was howling in the night and reminiscing on his kills of the past. Meanwhile, at Lake Rotowiti, the bounty hunters became restless, playing games and fighting to fill in their time.
I remember when I was a kid, my mom was telling me that there was actually a Chewbacca in my country. Strange sound. Something that I had never heard before. I think it was something from the Andes. I started to track that noise. Chewbacca.
Feeling the calls of the shaman and the overwhelming urge for more human flesh, the Chewbacca built a raft out of shrub wood and floated back to the mainland. He followed the ridges back to the Lake Rotowiti area, stopping frequently for rest. And feed.
I remember years ago now, I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Chewbacca, he made his presence felt. I can't forget those days. I've heard that a certain melody will attract the Chewbacca. Had this undying urge to understand what he's doing. Why is he doing all these things, you know? So it's sort of become my quest to understand the ways of the Chewbacca.
The Chewbacca was drawn to the sound that the seeker played. He moved through the forest with great skill and agility, following the ridge closer to Lake Rotowiti area. In the forest, he came closer. Chewbacca came to rest in the swamps beyond Kirby.
Where are you, Chewbacca?
The Chewbacca was getting tired. Time was running out. He was on his last legs. He spent his nights and days in the bog with the other lower life forms.
The Chewbacca was reaching his lowest point of existence. He was scavenging the forest floor for anything, and almost reached a point of death.
Hold on a second. I've heard this sound before.
Once and for all, the shaman and the seeker meet.
I've been looking for him since such a huge amount of time. And now, the only chance to get my happiness is to find the last one who is just here. That is the reason why I came.
Well, perhaps we can summon him together.
Sure.
A combination of our music.
Absolutely.
The Chewbacca was attracted to the music played by the shaman and the seeker. He moved swiftly through the forest, re-energized and boosted with self-confidence. He saw them through the bushes, but stood back and watched.
Did you notice that? Yes. I think I feel his presence.
He's getting close.
I think I can smell something. Yeah. It's really pungent. He's coming. He's coming!
He did it!
He's coming!
This newly acquired self-confidence and short-lived supply of energy allowed Chewbacca to take training physical exercise on the bog, so that eventually he could scavenge learning from the birds and the monkeys, creating a building blocks of a stable diet. The Chewbacca began to make regular visits to the lodge at night, slowly learning, step by step, how to open the door and turn on the light. Chickpeas became a regular food source for the Chewbacca, but soon enough, he started to get his hands into anything he could find. But again and again, he came back for that chickpeas, stuffing his mouth on any occasion. Soon enough, Chewbacca became smart enough to carry the bowl of chickpeas back to his hiding place.
He's fucking been in here. Someone's been in here, man. Look, I was going to serve chickpeas, and now this is all I have left for dinner tonight. He sneaks in here under the cover of darkness. That's all I know. Skippy cornflakes all over the floor. 6 o'clock in the morning, not what I wanted to deal with.
He became riskier and smarter, stealing when the light was on, and eating on the job, and then stealing more food. He started to take more time, trying new foods and nourishing his body at any opportunity, even checking if someone was coming under the door. He started to drink the milk that was left in the kitchen, as it is high in calcium, and then take an extra milk, placing it in the pig bucket for convenience. He let nothing go to waste, as all the tastiest foods were in the pig bucket.
Someone's been in at the pig swell as well, you know, just what's up with that? Like, have you been eating that? And the whole bloody pig bin as well, can't believe it.
The Chewbacca was smartening up. After a meal, he would get the broom and clean up his mess, leaving no trace behind. He began to steal copious amounts of food as he was gaining energy quick, and using the kitchen as a local dance hall to practice moves.
My darling, I can't get enough of your loving.
Unaware of Chewbacca's return, the bounty hunters played silly games. Chewbacca became so good at stealing that he became careless, entering the kitchen at all times of day and night when no one was looking. He tried to cache food, however, became careless, and for that he paid the price. Caching food was his way of making sure nobody else could touch it. He checked it for rigidity so nobody could get in, and took a box of oranges.
A lot of food's been missing from the fridge. Cornflakes, milk, whole case of stuff, and like
What's missing?
apples, bananas, milk, the compost bin of all things.
You know, I thought this was going to happen, and I hope it's not the case, but, you know, Des was complaining about, he just went to Mexico, and he was in a place where there's lots of parasites, stomach parasites. Maybe he got like a fluke in his stomach. coming in the middle of the night and sneaking extra food because he's feeding like many more than just
There's intestine, mate.
Yeah,
Looks like
maybe it's a
he's getting
parasite.
There's been some weird stuff going on around outside the lodge here, you know. There's stuff going missing. There was a chair out there before and that's gone. And yesterday we put a shovel outside and I don't know where that ended up. Could have been one of the students, but they swear it wasn't. Been seeing some sort of strange sort of scat around outside in the bushes, which is, you know, pretty odd, you know, and you know, it didn't look like deer shit or anything, but a bit bigger, you know, like maybe a full-grown antelope or something, but you know, not many antelope around here, so I don't know what it was.
The texture of the scat confirms the presence of the Wookiee.
The herbivory of Pseudophanex crassifolius by Moa is an explanation for its unique morphology. It has recently emerged that the Chewbacca was the more influential browser of the two. Dr. Burns refutes these claims. The taste of meat brings back cravings for human flesh. Chewbacca stood and shouted out to the forest. He was about to make a kill. Hungry for the taste of human flesh, he spied for the perfect opportunity under the full moon.
Chewbacca? Yeah, man. Last night I couldn't sleep, man. I couldn't sleep. I heard some in my room, man. I was so scary, man. I don't know. Somebody's there, out there, man. We should do something. I'm pretty scary, man. I can't even study. I can't even read. I need to concentrate. What should we do, man? Huh? What should we do? I'm really desperate and trying to finish my thesis, and I can't because Chewbacca is there. He wake me up every night when I'm trying to concentrate and focus on what shit, man. Are you here? What should we do? I don't know. It's here, man. It's just there, man. I'm sure that's gonna kill him, man. Where are you? You wake me up every night, man. Where are you, man? I wanna find you, man. Here, man. Wow! Oh!
In fear of the increasing presence of the Chewbacca and the recent death of a tutor, students were gathered and made to stay together for safety concerns. It was considered that another attack was highly likely, but when alone, it was still considered a high-risk environment. News of the return of the Chewbacca to the Lake Rotuiti area quickly spread among the bounty hunters, and they were happy to resume their search for the beast. Evidence was found linking the Chewbacca to the female bathroom. Alternatively, this may have just been some hair from a woman and not Chewbacca at all.
So the room's pretty nasty right now.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. No one's body, so it's not acceptable.
Everyone's disgusting shoes.
No, they're not as bad as Collier's socks, let's face it. Well, nothing's as bad as Collier's socks, really.
Out that fella, bro. I reckon he's a good fisherman, eh?
Oh, he's awesome. He needs some new bait though.
Where does he get his bait from, though?
He's getting it from the Teddy station.
Oh.
Flag, man.
Oh, sick
Oh, mate. He needs some flashes if he's going to get the fish he's looking
Wait, what the fuck was that shit?
Who shot y'all? Separate the weak from the oxa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete. Then the shit stopped when I fall the plot. Neighbors call the cops, said they heard mad shots. Saw me in the drop, 3 1/4. Slaughter, electrical tape around the daughter. Old school, new school, need to learn though. I burn, baby, burn.
Unaware to the Chewbacca, the bounty hunters could also hide, awaiting their prey. The Chewbacca was captured by the bounty hunters, and caretakers would come every day and feed him chickpeas, his favorite feed, and celery, which he ate directly from the branch. Chewbacca was becoming sad, but still very much hostile. He peered out of the cage at freedom, but did not know if it would ever come again. Several days passed, and the bounty hunters received their reward and stopped maintaining security of the Chewbacca. During this time, somehow he escaped. It is thought that his escape is linked to the shaman and the seeker, who may have rescued him from captivity and taken him away to the endless mountains, where he would once again meet his long-lost relatives, the Chewbaccaans. Lake Rotowiti Productions, produced and edited by Matt Ryan and Kolya Shala.